What up, everyone? Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army, coming at you. If you like the Shiba Inu ecosystem, you're in the right place. So, I'm gonna talk about K9 finance, but specifically, I'm gonna talk about the governance structure. And on top of that, there's actually something important called the Roundtable of Dogs, and there is an application process open right now. What is the Roundtable of Dogs? Well, the Roundtable of Dogs is an elected body that helps guide the decision making in the K9 Finance DAO. So if you aren't already familiar with the K9 Finance DAO, it is an official liquid staking derivatives platform for the Shib project. All right, this is big. This is going to be the biggest catalyst, in my honest opinion, when in terms of price action for Bone and Shib in the long run. All right, just putting that out there. That is my opinion. Now, what exactly are they saying? Well, let's go ahead and check out their tweet. Their tweet, K9 Finance, if you aren't already following them on Twitter, go ahead and give them a follow. So it says applications open. And keep in mind, these are applications for those of you. Where are the visionaries? Are you a visionary? Do you think you can help guide the future of the K9 Finance DAO along with other roundtable members of the community? All right. So the Roundtable of Dogs is the crux that helps guide it. All right. So it says applications open. Round one applications are due March 30th, 2024 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's actually tomorrow. So that is 9 p.m. West Coast time. All right. So just putting that out there, this is time sensitive. So you can apply right here is the link. So go to the K9 Finance DAO Twitter and find this link, or go to their actual website and check it out. It's k9finance.com, all the way on the bottom, and I'll show you where it's at. So each applicant will be independently graded against the public scoring rubric published on the K9 Finance DAO website at the link above. What is the Roundtable of Dogs? This council, composed of elected members, convenes monthly to review and advance proposals for community consideration. It will operate independently from the management council with 9 to 19 members to ensure independent decision making for the DAO in the best interest of the DAO mission, advanced DeFi activity for the Shib blockchain, hashtag Shibarium. Each member of the roundtable will be a subject matter expert in their domain to bring experience, connections, and guidance to the hashtag K9 unit. The roundtable meets a minimum of once a month to review forum proposals and elevate valid ones to the K9 voting process on Snapshot Labs. All right, so that's we're gonna go ahead and go into what exactly the governance process looks like. So this is an abbreviated version. If you want to know the exact detailed process, read the DAO. But of course, who's going to read that? I mean, it's so long, you'd have to be a total nerd. In case you do want to know about it, I found a nerd that actually read the entire thing. So I'm going to link that up there for you guys. So in case you want to get more detailed explanations on it, but for the most part, this is I'm gonna show you how to find it. All right, I'm gonna show you how to find it. So let's go ahead and actually go back. Let's go to the actual website. So this is the K9 Finance website. Swinging over here, taking its sweet little time. All right, so you go all the way to the bottom. It says official Shib project, official liquid staking of Shib teams layer 2 Shibarium. Like I said, this is major. This is literally the most important project in the evolution of Shibarium as a blockchain. And that is an understatement. All right. So I'm just putting that out there how bullish I am on this project, understanding how much liquidity it is destined to bring to the Shibarium blockchain, volume to the Shibarium blockchain. And with that, keep in mind, that's what we want. Why? Because that's going to allow us to burn more SHIB. And that's exactly what we want. Burn more SHIB. We want to burn more bone. All right. We want the blockchain to be amongst the best in the world. So basically, you saw me scroll all the way to the bottom. Governance, you hit this K9 governance, boom. And this takes you directly right here to the K9 Finance DAO governance process. So, broken down simply, okay, there's three main bodies, okay? So, one is the K9 holders or the community as a whole that puts proposals forward in the form. The roundtable evaluates those form proposals and then they elevate the ones they believe will help the DAO and the vision of DeFi as as the mission statement states. After that, whatever the community votes on, the management council will implement. Okay, so that's the task of the management council. So you have the K9 holders, you have the Roundtable of Dogs, which is the elected body, which has applications open right now. If you think you have something to offer to this community, go ahead and apply. And the third is actually an implementation body, which is the management council. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and explain the process to you, and then we'll get into more details. So this is welcome to the decision of understanding the decision making process in K9 Finance DAO governance. Welcome to the governance process of K9 Finance DAO. Our decentralized autonomous organization DAO empowers community members like you to participate in decision making and shape the future of the project. This page outlines the key components of our governance process and how you can get involved. All right. So this is what's cool about it. So it's basically outlined in four ways. Basically, the forum, the round table of dogs, the snapshot voting, and the operations, which is basically the management council. Those are the four. So we'll go into detail right here. So it says number one, discussion forum. This is basically anybody that wants to input their opinion on the forum, right? So it says the initial step for any idea or proposal is to submit a post to the official K9 Finance DAO forum to obtain recommendations and feedback from the broader community. The goal of the discussion is to engage community members and foster meaningful dialogue. Once the proposal is welcomed and feedback is incorporated, it could move on to the next step. The post must remain on the discussion forum for a minimum of 7 days before it is eligible for review by the Roundtable of Dogs. For a strong proposal, we recommend using the guidelines found here. So when you hit this guideline, let's see what opens up. I'm not sure what actually opens up. So it says guidelines for submitting a proposal on K9 Finance. So it basically breaks down the template for you to put it in. That's in notes for encouragement. All right, that's awesome. All right. Very methodical. This is by far the most methodical project I've ever witnessed. All right. So I'm extremely bullish. All right. If you haven't already uh, known already found out. So this form, you hit this, and actually I opened it already. So actually it hits this page right here. It opens up here, and this is the form. So they have an official form too, the form.k9finance.com. All right. So this is where you can submit some of your proposals with the recommendations of the guidelines, or maybe open it up as a discussion, and then it evolves from there. But just keeping that in mind: categories, development, general, marketing, site feedback, all categories, tags, proposals, all tags. Welcome to K9 Finance DAO. We're so glad you joined us. K9 Finance DAO forum for submitting and discussing K9 Finance DAO proposals. K9 Finance DAO is a community that builds a liquid staking service for Shibarium. K9 allows users to earn staking rewards, something, something, something. If you want to find out more about what that says, go ahead and check that out. But I just wanted to show you a quick view of what the form is. So this isn't just a run-of-the-mill project. This already has their form. You go there, right? Discussion has to be there, minimum of 7 days for it to be eligible for review for the Roundtable of Dogs. What is the Roundtable of Dogs? The Roundtable of Dogs is an elected committee that meets monthly to review forum proposals and elevate valid proposals to the snapshot process. Proposals require 75% of Roundtable quorum to be approved to move to a snapshot voting. All right, so there has to be quorum. I don't know if the Roundtable runs on Robert's Rules of Order, but definitely when you're talking about having quorum, it's incredibly important, and 75 is actually a very good threshold. All right. So 3, snapshot. It says the final stage involves voting on snapshot, where the Roundtable of Dogs selects valid forum discussions that creates official proposals for the entire canine community to vote on. So keep in mind the final stage. So second stage has the elected committee, which meets once a month, okay, and they elevate the valid proposals for the snapshot process, which means they elevate the proposals that will be voted on by the K9 members. All right. So the snapshot voting, the final stage involves the voting on snapshot, where the roundtable of selects valid form discussions and creates official proposals for the entire K9. So basically, I misunderstood that. So basically, they approve the proposals. They require 75%. Yeah. So snapshot. All right. So the final stage involves a voting snapshot. So this is actually repeated. It looks like. All right. Unless the snapshot occurs by the Roundtable of Dogs. Yeah, that what basically is happening. So it requires 75 to be approved to move on to the snapshot. So once they approve it, it moves on to the snapshot. My bad. So the Roundtable of Dogs selects a valid form discussion and creates official proposals for the entire canine community to vote on. So the Roundtable of Dogs discusses and they create the official proposal. So if you want to be one of these roundtable dogs, okay, if you think you have what it takes, like King Arthur, to be part of the roundtable, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and apply to the K9 Finance Roundtable application. All right, so let's see, and that way you can help guide the situation. That's amazing. Snapshot voting period is 5 days. All right. With a quorum of 5% of the circulating supply of K9 tokens required for a vote to pass. So DAO voting power is linearly proportional to the number of K9 tokens a user holds on the specific block snapshot. One token equals one vote. Okay. So basically, you have the snapshot, and the amount of tokens you have is basically the amount of voting power that you have. All right. So that's good, because the round normally, if it was just whales dominating, it wouldn't be good. But because the round table basically has the best interest of the canine holders at heart, because that's part of the mission, and the Shibarian blockchain as a whole, they're only in theory going to work towards making the project stronger. So it's fire. It's fire. So basically that happens, right? Once the vote is taken, once everybody votes, then it goes to 4. After the snapshot is taken, the operations, when a snapshot vote passes, it gets handed to the management council to execute on the vote. All right. So actually, this looks like it's active. So I'm going to go ahead and click it just to see what that snapshot.org situation is, because I want to definitely show you guys as much as possible. So it says, is your favorite animal a dog? The purpose of this test vote is to gather data on the activity of voters in the canine community to set a proper quorum structure. The typical guidelines for start in 8 hours. So there it is, something for you guys to look at too, just that the snapshot. All right. So there's definitely a process, emergency governance process. In emergency cases where crucial or critical, I'm sorry, vulnerabilities require immediate action, the proposal can bypass the forum and proceed to a 24-hour vote on snapshot. Okay, in case something happens, a flash loan, something. All right. So, quick governance process. If the management council needs approval for something contentious, a vote can be proposed. Only authorized addresses can propose an easy track vote. This quick governance motion lasts 72 hours, and an objections threshold of zero point 0.5 has not been exceeded. So it says quick governance process. This one was a little confusing. Let me read it again. It says, if the management council needs approval for something non-contentious, a vote can be proposed. Only authorized addresses can propose an easy track vote. This quick governance motion lasts 72 hours and an objections threshold of zero point 0.5 has not been exceeded. Okay, so I believe that's just the management council. Moving on. So it says K9 Finance DAO committees in K9 Finance governance is facilitated by the three primary groups. This is what I was telling you earlier. So you have the K9 token holders, you have the Roundtable of Dogs, which once again, the application is open. If you want to be a member, if you are a DAO holder, if you are a DAO member, a K9 token holder, this is definitely in your interest. All right, just throwing it out there. All right, if not, nominate someone that you have trust in, you know, a developer, an influencer, it doesn't matter, just someone you think is going to look out. So once again, the process is open. If you think you have the integrity, the honesty, the respect, you know what I mean, the ethics to help guide this project, you should definitely apply. I highly encourage you to apply. All right, it says Roundtable of, so I'm sorry, I'm about to skip the most important one, which is in K9 Finance, governance is facilitated by three primary groups: K9 token holders, representing the broader community. Token holders play a pivotal role in decision-making processes. All K9 token holders possess the ability to vote within Snapshot and shape the future of K9 Finance DAO. Every K9 token receives a vote. All right. So it says Round Table of Dogs. The Round Table of Dogs, composed of elected members, convenes monthly to review and advance proposals for community consideration. So once again, the process to apply is open right now. If you want to be one of the Round Table of Dogs, what is the Round Table of Dogs? I'm going to hit you with it one more time. The Round Table of Dogs is composed of elected members, right? Because you have to be elected. Convenes monthly to review the advance proposals for community consideration, operating autonomously from the management council, which basically just implements whatever is voted on, as far as my understanding. It ensures independent decision making, comprising 9 to 19 members, each a subject matter expert in their domain. The roundtable brings invaluable experience, connections, and guidance for the benefit of the entire K9 Finance DAO community. The roundtable meets a minimum of once a month to review forum proposals and elevate valid ones to the snapshot process. Proposals approved by the roundtable requires a 75% quorum approved to proceed to snapshot. Okay, so that's the most important part that I got caught up on earlier because I wanted to get it. Basically, it's very important. The snapshot process, the proposals approved by the roundtable require 75% quorum approval to proceed to a snapshot. Why is that important? Because you don't want two people from the roundtable to say, okay, this is good for us, let's go ahead and approve it. No, there has to be at least 75% of the elected body present for there to even be a valid proposal approved on. Okay, so that is the important part. In order for it to proceed to a snapshot vote, in other words, giving the community, the K9 token holders, a voice. Okay, this is what I'm talking about: decentralization at its finest. So, and lastly, the management council, responsible for executing decisions passed by the community. The management council oversees the implementation of governance mandates. So explore the dynamic governance mechanisms of K9 Finance DAO, where every voice matters and decisions are made collaboratively. Join our community today to shape the future of decentralized finance with transparency, integrity, and inclusivity. So that right there is basically the governance process in a nutshell. Now, I could also go to the other situation where you can go to the round table of dogs. If you go right here to the round table of dogs on the bottom, still on the bottom, you have the application right here, round table of dogs application. Join the governance team and apply to the round table of dogs. Applications due March 30, which is tomorrow. I'm gonna try to upload this video as soon as possible. All right, you have Right now it's about 8:30 right now. I'm gonna try to. I still haven't even done the thumbnail or the description, all that stuff. So I'll try to get it in by 10 or so, just to give you guys at least 24 hours or so. All right. If you think you have what it takes to be a roundtable member, a roundtable of dogs governance team member, go ahead and apply. This is the application. Apply for Roundtable. Criteria for Roundtable of Dogs. Apply to become a member of the Roundtable of Dogs by completing the application form. As you fill out the form, please refer to the criteria sheet provided to ensure your application aligns with our selection criteria. To streamline the application process, we recommend keeping your responses concise with 2 to 5 bullet points per question. We look forward to reviewing your application and welcoming new members to the governance team. Damn, like me, I mean, sheesh, if I was there, I'd be trying to say, okay, we got K9 Bone, we need K9 Shib ASAP. We need, I mean, right? So hopefully people are trying to move the project, but not just for price action, just to be able to secure a base. Okay, we need a floor that during the next bear market is what I'm talking about. We need to make sure that there's so much utility that this project doesn't just absolutely tank. And I'm not just talking about K9 Finance. I'm talking about shit because we know what happens. Bull market goes up, bear market goes down. So if we could, we've been building through the bear market. So now if we are able to get this bull market, and then when the bull market goes, maybe that money goes into SHIB, allowing some kind of stasis, right? So some kind of stability and upward trajectory. Why? Because we're gonna have the SHIB metaverse. We're gonna have this LSD, okay, K9 Finance DAO. We're gonna have Shiba Swap. We're gonna have AI projects, Bad Idea AI. We're gonna have real brick and mortar situations like Wellies, which is a restaurant. We're gonna have Shiba cows, digital to physical, physical to digital objects, okay, applications. And I believe Shiba cows is also coming out with a token. So there's so much on the horizon. You have X Fund, you have Fund, Rat Fund coming. I mean, it's crazy with unification. So there is a lot. I don't even. All right, cool. Let's just go on. I'm gonna hit you with the criteria because I don't want the video to be so long. I'm gonna hit you with the criteria and sub criteria. If you are interested in this, definitely go through it in detail and then go ahead and apply. All right. The more I read it, the more I'm interested in it. I'm gonna be honest, but I definitely don't have the technical know-how. But definitely, let's see. It says criteria: expert knowledge and skills. Sub criteria: SHIB expertise, LSD expertise, experience, DAO experience, Ethereum ecosystem experience, governance experience. I mean, it's literally one more sentence. Let me just go through it. All right. So if you are interested, I got you, man. You don't. So just apply as soon as you hit this. In fact, I'm gonna link this application on the video, okay, so that you guys could just go to this page, to the Roundtable of Dogs application if you are interested. So basically, criteria. All right, what is the evaluation criteria that they're looking at? So it says criteria: expert knowledge and skills. Sub criteria: SHIB expertise. Description: demonstrated knowledge and expertise in SHIB related technologies, protocols, and projects. Same criteria: expert knowledge and skills. LSD expertise: experience in liquid staking derivatives, LSD, and other decentralized finance DeFi technologies. This includes knowledge of protocols, platforms, and applications related to liquid staking and DeFi applications. Experience: DAO experience, Ethereum ecosystem experience, and governance experience. DAO experience: previous involvement in experience in decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs, including participation in governance processes. Ethereum ecosystem experience: understanding of the Ethereum blockchain ecosystem, including smart contracts, decentralized finance DeFi, and Ethereum based projects. Governance experience: knowledge and skills in governance principles and practices, particularly within decentralized systems. Qualifications: educational level, project success history, public figure, educational level, academic and scholarly achievements, and educational background relevant to the responsibilities of the Roundtable of Dogs. Project success history: track record of successful contributions or leadership roles in previous projects or initiatives, public figure, visibility and recognition within the community or industry as a public figure or influencer. Research and knowledge, public domain research, knowledge of K9 Finance DAO. So, public domain research, proficiency in conducting research and analysis in the public domain, including gathering and synthesizing information from various sources. Knowledge of K9 Finance DAO, familiarity and understanding of the K9 Finance ecosystem, its goals, and its community. Commitment and availability, ability to commit time and availability to fulfill responsibilities as a member of the Roundtable of Dogs. Ethical considerations, no conflict of interest, absence of any conflicts of interest that may compromise objectivity or impartiality in decision making processes. Total score, I guess the perfect score is 120. So I think there's 12 questions. So one, I think each one is 10. You put the comments. All right. Application now open for Roundtable of Dogs. Join the governance team and apply today. Apply for Roundtable of Dogs. I'm tempted to hit this just to see what it looks like. But you know what? I'm not. What I'm going to do is, if you are interested in applying, if you think you are a visionary, if you think that you can help guide this project, if you have the ethics in order to be a watchdog for the community and only make decisions that benefit the community, if you think you have the integrity in order to stand tall and speak your mind, if you believe that it's going to help the community and make a strong argument for the holders as a whole, as well as Shibarium, which of course should be the centerpiece of everything, then I think you should apply. All right. If you are a holder of K9 Finance, then you are a DAO member. And you should consider that if you think, because then you have a vested interest in that, not a conflict of interest, a vested interest. So I definitely would want to see you as a member. If you see anybody you think has the integrity to be anybody that you think can be a positive change for this project, once again, I don't know if there's anonymous nominations, but go ahead and put them. Maybe a developer you like. I mean, just putting it out there. Is Shaitoshi around? I mean, let's put Shaitoshi in there. I mean, you know what I mean? So, anyways, with that said, I go by Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army, coming at you. I hope you guys got value from this. I know the video ran long because there was a lot to cover. Okay. Once again, we're talking about the governance structure, we're talking about the application process, the three main bodies, which is the K9 holders, the Roundtable of Dogs, and the Management Council, and of course the process by which the proposals are put, which of course is the discussion forum. Then the Roundtable of Dogs elevates those discussion forums, and then with 75% of quorum, they go ahead and move on to the proposals that will be part of the snapshot. Then the snapshot is taken, and the votes are the one vote for each K9 token. So you have the K9 holders now voting on that. And then lastly, you have the Management Council implementing whatever was voted on. All right, it sounds pretty democratic. I'm about that. You already know I'm about sincerity. I'm about people putting in good plays and hopefully benefiting from them and being able to participate, not just pump and dump and clean your hands. No, these type of projects, in my honest opinion, are projects that you should be involved in for the rest of your life. These are life-changing projects and they're world-changing projects. This is a crypto revolution that many people don't even understand is happening. This is the first network state, the first digital country in the process of being birthed before your eyes if you're able to understand what's happening. All right, with that said, I go by Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army. If you got any value from that, go ahead and do me a favor, hit that sub, hit that like, bell it up, because some of my stuff is time sensitive and urgent. Like this video right here. But if you want more stuff, go ahead and check out the videos right there. And once again, Crypto Marxist, aka Bone Army, aka Crypto Nostradamus, just came at you. And like I like to say, I'm Bone Army, you're Bone Army. We are the Bone Army. And I'm out. Peace.